to Friday. No matter where you are, if you're in school, if you're at home, even if you're in this country, I hope that you're all very well. Well, this week our theme is to do with questions. Questions, and you will get some answers. And that's what we're going to do today. So, I've got a series of questions for you. I've got a series of questions for other people. See how many questions you can answer yourself. Okay, well, to get the ball rolling, I'm going to show you around the school and maybe show you some parts of the school that you have seen, but you don't think you've seen before. So, for example, when I show you some photographs, maybe you'll know where they are. They're all taken in our school, but where are they? How many can you answer? I'm sure for some of you that was really easy. I'm sure for some of you it might have been a bit tricky. Now at our school we're blessed to have some fantastic staff, and they're all fantastic people in their own way. I'm sure you know them all, but I don't know if you know everything about them. And so we thought it'd be a bit of fun to ask them the same question and see what their answers might well be. So here's a few. What do you think they answered?
It's the quiz of the week.
Okay, Mrs. Mackenzie, what's your favourite colour?
Favourite colour? Purple.
And what was the last meal you cooked?
Last meal I cooked was a baked potato with cheese and beans.
What is your least favourite chore?
Least favourite chore? Ironing.
What was the last song that you sang in the shower?
Last song I sang in the shower. Good question.
You can say pass.
Break Even.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I can't even remember who it's by. That's that song.
What animal would you like to be?
Animal would I like to be? Oh, I'd like to be a dolphin.
What's the best thing about Oldfield Brow?
Best thing about Oldfield Brow, there are so many things, but it's all the staff, pupils and parents, people.
Who's your hero and why?
My hero, David Attenborough, because he is so amazing and knowledgeable about all our planet and our the world around us. I love him.
What's your favourite number?
My favourite number is 6.
What's your inspirational phrase?
My inspirational phrase is, what's for you won't go by you.
And what one thing are you looking to do most after lockdown?
The one thing I'm looking forward to doing most after lockdown is seeing my mummy.
Mrs. Mackenzie, thank you.
It's the quiz of the week.
Brilliant! Now, Mr. Phillips, what's your favourite colour?
Purple.
What's the last meal you cooked?
It was lasagna.
What's your least favourite chore at home?
Doing the ironing.
What's the last song that you sang in the shower?
Jingle bells.
And if you were an animal, what animal would you like to be?
Oh, a rhinoceros.
What's the best thing about Oldfield Brow Primary School?
It's about the togetherness and everybody being part of a family.
And who's your hero and why?
Who's my hero and why? Well, it has to be, I'd say, my dad, because he taught me how to be an individual, a person in life, and set me onto the path that I'm on now.
Brilliant. What's your favourite number?
11.
Have you got an inspirational phrase or thought?
No. Pass.
And what's the first thing that you're going to do after lockdown?
After lockdown, I'm going to go out for another walk, but this time I'm going to go and see people and talk to people and hopefully meet up with family.
Mr. Phillips, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the quiz of the week.
What's your favourite colour?
Green.
What was the last meal you cooked?
Sausage and mash.
What's your least favourite chore?
All of them.
What was the last song that you sang in the shower?
Kylie Minogue.
What animal would you like to be?
Panther.
What's the best thing about Oldfield Brow Primary School?
All the people inside of it.
Who's your hero and why?
My big sister, because she's awesome.
What's your favourite number?
7.
And do you have an inspirational phrase or thought?
Just keep going.
And what's the thing that you're most looking forward to doing after lockdown?
Seeing everybody that I've missed.
Miss Sissons, thank you very much. I think it's true to see that many of our staff think the same way, but many of them think differently as well. But that's the wonderful thing about people. We're all the same, but we're also unique also. Let's find out a few more people in the quiz of the week.
It's the quiz of the week.
Brilliant. Mrs. Woods, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Merrill.
Oh.
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Good to hear it. What's your favourite colour?
Purple.
What's the last meal that you cooked?
It was fake fish and chips, Mr. Merrill.
What's your least favourite chore at home?
Ironing.
What was the last song that you sang in the shower?
It was Dancing Queen by ABBA.
I think you can picture it now, can't you? Now, if you were an animal, what animal would you like to be?
An elephant.
And what's the best thing about Oldfield Brow Primary School?
The best thing about Oldfield Brow Primary School is when you walk into the school and it comes to 9 o'clock and you open those doors and those children come running in with those lovely smiling faces and greet you with a "Good morning, Mrs. Wood." That brings a big smile to my face, Mr. Merrill.
And to mine as well. Who's your hero and why?
My hero. My hero is, I would think it was the first man who walked on the moon.
What?
Because the courage and the bravery that it must have taken to undertake that journey from being asked to do it and then all the training and the how can I put it, the dedication that must have gone in to doing that, walking on the moon. I've got nothing but admiration for that man.
And maybe at home you can find out what the name of that man was.
That's what I'll do, Mr. Merrill.
Mrs. Wood, what's your favourite number?
5.
And do you have an inspirational phrase or thought?
Well, my inspirational phrase or thought is what we use in school, only the very best will do.
And what is the one thing you are most looking forward to doing after lockdown?
After lockdown, I'm looking forward to all the children coming back into school, all the fantastic learning they're going to be doing, and all the fun that we're going to have when we're all back together again.
Mrs. Wood, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome, Mr. Merrill.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the quiz of the week.
What is your favourite colour?
Pink.
What is the last meal that you cooked?
Pasta pesto.
What is your least favourite household chore?
Doing the dishwasher.
What is the last song that you sang in the shower?
Oh. Breaking Free by High School Musical cast.
And if you could be any animal, which animal would you like to be?
An elephant.
What is the best thing about Oldfield Brow Primary School?
The children, they're all so lovely.
Who's your hero and why?
My hero. Oh, it's really tough. Oh, I've not thought about this question ever before. Who's my hero? Probably Jessica Ennis. I think she's amazing because she had a baby and then carried on and won amazing things. So,
What's your favourite number?
number 4.
Do you have an inspirational phrase or thought?
Without the rain, there can't be a rainbow. I like that one.
And what one thing are you most looking forward to doing after lockdown?
Seeing my friends and my family that I've not seen in a long time.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I think it's amazing to find out what different people think, being asked the same thing. But what do you think? What's your favourite colour? What's your favourite number? If you were an animal, which one would you choose to be? And when all this lockdown is over, what's the first thing that you would like to do? One of the longest lasting quiz programmes on the television is a special programme called Mastermind. Well, here is a special edition of Mastermind. And I hope you enjoy it, but you'll have to listen carefully.
Good afternoon and welcome to our special Oldfield Brow version of Mastermind. And our first contestant is Mr. Merrill. Good evening, Mr. Merrill. And your specialised subject is answering the question before last. Are you ready for your first question? What was the old name for Thailand?
Yes, I am.
Close enough. Your second question. What is another possible name for a blind female elk?
No idea, sorry.
Let's carry on. Who was the President of America who recently lost the election? He had a mass of blonde hair.
Gladys? I mean, it could be anything.
Incorrect. In weather patterns, what is the name for a large mass of wind?
Okay. Trump.
Excellent. Complete the well-known phrase. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the what?
Hurricane.
Sounds rather dangerous to me. But, carrying on, where would you find your socks?
In a bush.
Last question. If Manchester United played Manchester City and the score was 2-2, what would that equal?
A draw.
Excellent. You scored 5 points and no passes. Any last comments?
A chance of happiness all over Oldfield Brow.
Well said indeed. And it's good night from him.
And it's good night from her. Good night. Well, everybody's been busy at school this week. And everybody, I'm sure, has been busy at home too. I've been keeping an eye on some of the activities that you've been doing and some of the videos and photographs that you've been sending in. And I must say, they're amazing. It's not easy to work at home. We'd all rather be at school. But seeing what you can do at home has been phenomenal. And thank you so much to everybody who sent that special work in to share with their teachers and share with me. Now, last week, we found an amazing film, especially for your parents. This week, we found another one. So parents, thanks to the children's request, this one is for you. And it just only goes to tell you that only the very best will do.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to the weekly squirrels being a metaphor for home learning obstacle course. Not a catchy title, so I hope it doesn't really catch on. But here we are, and our first squirrel is approaching history. Oh, it's downwards. Oh, but no, they recovered well from it and are now reaching higher heights of the national curriculum. No stopping this keen competitor. Oh, what's ahead? What's ahead? Oh, a closer look. It looks like a tree lying on... Oh, it's trigonometry. Oh, but that's easily mastered as well, as our squirrel goes on to science, the next home learning challenge of the week. But it's not a problem. Straight from one to the other and reaching for those sub-levels and then reaching high to the target that's going to be reached. Now comes art. And here we have the primary colours, the grey, the black and the red squirrel. And carefully manipulating our way past the paint pots and straight onwards and upwards. And the question is this: to be or not to be? This is the Shakespearean question that we face. Who knows where this is going to end? But possibly not that direction. So gather your senses and press on with the challenge in hand. Not that way. Come back, always onwards, never backwards. And straight through with that bit of exaggeration, ready to take the plunge of the next challenger. Oh, and they've achieved it, and it's over one hurdle. It's past the F's and into the higher grades. Just a couple more to reach before we can reach the target of our day. And eventually we get there with one last leap. And success. And doesn't it taste good? Just like a good old cup of tea.
Well, this week we've seen there's lots of questions, and there's also lots of answers. Some strange, some surprising, some you might have known, and some you might not have. But lots of questions, and lots of answers too. But at the moment, there are also some questions we can't give answers to. Like, when will this lockdown be over? When can we all be back in school again? Well, at the moment, we don't know. But we hope that the answer is soon. Very soon indeed. I want to do singing again. I want to do choir again. I want to see you all for real in an assembly, and not simply through the power of a video camera. But I can't have all the things I want at the moment, so I have to be grateful for what I do have. And I have this opportunity of being with you today. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here this afternoon. Look after each other, stay well, stay safe, stay indoors. But whatever you do, always remember that under one roof and under one sky, with my brothers and my sisters by my side, only the very best will do. Take care. Have a lovely weekend.